think, particularly in today's world, but the kind of job I have, breadth of knowledge and breadth of thinking is really, really important. And so, my job is interesting because I'm internal counsel here. So I'm a lawyer, in-house lawyer. At the same time, I'm a corporate leader as general counsel. I lead an organization that has, close to 400 lawyers, an organization of about 600 people, but I also interact with all the other vice presidents and presidents of the corporation, and you have to think broadly and you have to elevate. I don't think I could do this job if I didn't have that breadth of both breadth of knowledge, but also it's more breadth of thought, because you don't necessarily remember the facts and the knowledge as much as the thinking that comes out of that.
Yes.
The other thing I think is really important with the liberal arts education at a place like Hope that's faith-based is it really allows you to and causes you to look at what your core beliefs are and what's really important to you at that age where you're defining those things. And I think in today's world that is incredibly important, because you have those core values, those core beliefs, those principles that are sort of your anchor in life.
He was, I think, most proud of the Van Rolte Institute, which he was the founding director of, and hung in there really until he just simply couldn't go anymore.
Well, he loved his teaching years, very much so, and to transition into more executive, leadership roles there for a few years was really, I think he did some heart searching on that about whether that was the right place for him, because he worried or was concerned about the fact that if he moved out of the classroom, that he would no longer be fulfilling a mission to minister to students as he did. And I guess my response at the time was, Dad, you just get to minister to everybody then, rather than just the kids who choose to have your class. And I can remember he kind of went, oh, and he took the job. So
That's great.
Students were, I think he made a really big impact on a lot of them. When he did pass away last year, we were both so surprised at how many of his former students we heard from. It was amazing, and a lot of stories that we had never heard. It just was really reflective of, he loved his students, and that's why he got the education he did, so that he could come back. And of all wonderful places to teach, he came back to Hope.
The most important thing that happened to me at Hope was the discovery of love for scientific research. And I would have never thought of going down that path had Dr. Gentile, who's my mentor in the Department of Biology, not given me a chance to come into his lab and experience what it's like to do research, to ask questions and form hypotheses. My goal was originally to actually become a physician. I came to Hope to do as a pre-med, and I just got fascinated by genetics in one of his classes, and learned that he was doing research. And I stood at his door as a sophomore, and I said, could I do research in your lab? And normally he didn't take sophomores. He waited till they were juniors or seniors, but he let me in the door, and the first experiments that I did were complete disasters, but I fell in love with the whole process, and that is really what put me on the path to what I am today. And importantly, I have undergraduate researchers. That's the thing I learned from Hope, is that the importance of starting early as an undergraduate in research. And I don't have to take undergraduate researchers, but that was something that in my lessons at Hope, that I felt that was something important that I wanted to carry forward in my own career.
I think it's more of a sense that I received at Hope College, and it was a sense of connection and community, a sense of feeling like I belonged somewhere and that I was supported and I was loved, with the friends that I made that are, lifelong friendships that have continued to this day, with my professors who knew who I was, who cared about me, who encouraged me, who challenged me. Or I think a lot about the time I had with Delta Phi sorority and just the friendships I had, the leadership opportunities, and just a sense that this place was such a safe place to grow and learn and try new things, and gave me a confidence about myself that was really helped be a springboard, through the rest of my career. Hope to me is like, it's like faith. It's like believing in something that you can't see or hold, that is not contingent on the outcome. It is bigger than you or me, or the scan, or the test result. It is like my foundation. It's also kind of like my pilot light that, just keeps burning. Sometimes it gets dimmer, sometimes it's really bright, but it is like just this light that guides me. And, I believe the bravest thing is to always hope.
Well, Dr. Fuller, we are so proud of you and inspired by you, and incredibly grateful for and proud of the work that your husband and your dad did. And Craig, it's an honor on behalf of Hope College to present to you the 2021 Distinguished Alumni Award.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. It's beautiful, but even more so, it's incredibly meaningful because of what Hope has meant to me.
Thank you. This is such a wonderful honor. Oh my gosh. Just this is something I'll hold in pride for many years to come.
Thank you very much.
He would like.
Yes.
I am so humbled and honored to receive this award, and it just means so much, not only to have had the experience as a student and all that I've learned from Hope, but to be recognized for the life I've led after. It's truly meaningful. Thank you.
Hello, greetings and salam from Geneva, Switzerland. It's an honor, even though I'm not present in person, to be accepting this recognition and this award. Hope College means a lot to me for many reasons. As a Palestinian arriving to Hope College to start my college education, it was not an easy decision, and it was not an easy transition to leave someone's family, someone's community, and someone's country, especially with this ongoing fight for freedom that we have in Palestine. So I was able to actually find many open hearts and open minds who took me in, who became family and friends, chosen families, including professors, teachers, students, and the administration, the community at large. It made this transition much easier, and it made Hope home for me. In fact, at the start of the pandemic, I was living in New York City, and as an epidemiologist who studies diseases and outbreaks and disease control, I was very aware that urban centers with major populations would be hit very hard, and it will be very difficult with closed spaces and the proximity. So I decided with my best friend Rami to take a road trip and come to Michigan. And we stayed in Michigan for 2 months during that time in Holland, Michigan, where we stayed in isolation because of the COVID restrictions. And for me, it was kind of like the closest anchor. Surprisingly so, it was also the time that I had moved at that time from the US. So I went and lived in Cambodia for the past 2 years, and now I'm in Geneva in Switzerland. Reflecting on my experience at Hope College, There are many great things that I recall often. One of them, of course, are the network of friends who have become like family. But also I recall the richness of options that I had. The fact that while I was a biology major and pre-med, I really wanted to connect with everything else, with the arts. And so I was able to take jazz dance, I was able to take paintings, acrylics on canvas, I was able to take poetry and practice that and actually have opportunities to publish and exhibit. It was a huge growth opportunity, and I hold on to a lot of these things until today. I wanted to finally, reflect on where we are in the world. I think COVID has stricken a different tone for all of us. I hope it is for all of us, that no matter how different we are, no matter how different backgrounds we come from, or religions, or identities, or orientations, whatever it is, our humanity should be the foundation and the reference, no matter what. And social justice remains the key element for us to actually strive for a better future. And I believe Hope College has an important and critical role that it plays with all of you taking part of that. So it's something to be proud of and celebrate, and for always remember our oneness as one humankind for the betterment of this planet. Thank you again. I look forward to opportunities to come to Hope College and meet you all. Have a good day. Thank you.